Hey everybody, Kevin from ECN Credit Counseling, and I screwed up. I screwed up today. Well, I didn't screw up today. I screwed up before, fixed it today, but I wanted to talk to you guys about a problem that I had or that I caused and how we fixed it and why that's important. And the reason I want to tell you the problem is not because I want you guys to know about our win, but I want you guys to know that we're not always perfect. And I'm doing that because I put up a video some time ago, and in the video I said a lot of entrepreneurs are putting up their highlight reels or their sizzle reels on social media. They're only showing you the wins. And the issue is, if you are an entrepreneur and you're only seeing these wins and you're comparing, and all entrepreneurs do it, so don't try to deny it. If you're comparing yourself, you could get discouraged because you'll say, these companies look perfect, and my company, I've got some mistakes, or I've got some issues going on, and I'm not running the company as pristine as some other companies appear to be running, and so you get discouraged. But I'm here to encourage you today and let you know that we make mistakes too, and as long as you fix the mistake, you work to fix the mistake, you can end up with the mistake as a win as well. And I'll try to give you as brief as a description as I can about the issue. If you don't know, we register people's businesses. If a company comes to us or a person comes to us and says they want to do business credit, but they don't have the business registered, we will register, or I will register the business for them, and then we will start building the business credit. Back in May of 2020, we had a client come to us. A client came to me actually, and asked me to register their business. They were a referral. They asked me to register their business for them. When I register a business, I will provide you with the certificate of organization from whatever state we register in. By the way, we register in all 50 states. I will provide you with a tax ID or the EIN certificate, and you get that immediately. And then I will provide you with an operating agreement, which you also get immediately. And that is something that I create for the business owner. So depending on what state you're in, you might get the certificate of organization the same day, or if in the state of Pennsylvania, for instance, the certificate of organization gets mailed to you, and it gets mailed or emailed to you 2 to 3 weeks after you register. But it doesn't matter what state you're in, you always get the tax ID that day because I can provide it for you. That certificate comes, you just download it. In any event, this particular client, I registered in the state, I registered the tax ID, but I forgot to download it. And at the end of the process, I sent her the filing for the certificate of organization, her tax ID number, but not the actual certificate, and the operating agreement. This client put her business on the shelf and only recently decided that she was going to open a business bank account. In order to open a business bank account, you have to provide those 3 documents: the certificate of organization from the state, the tax ID document or EIN certificate from the IRS, and the operating agreement. Because I never downloaded her certificate or her EIN certificate, she didn't have it. She went into the bank and they told her she can't open the account until she gets that. And she gave me a call and said, "Kevin, I don't have that document. What happened to it?" Now, something in June of 2020, I keep a backup of all of the documents for registration for any of the companies I register a business for. And in June of 2020, the hard drive that I keep, or the laptop that I use to get those documents or store those documents, the hard drive on it went bad, and the external hard drive that I use as a backup to that hard drive also went bad in the same week. It's crazy. So, needless to say, I lost her actual documents. I told her back then, but I guess it wasn't important to her then because she wasn't actually going to be active in the business. But now she's active, and she called me last week and said, "Hey, Kevin, I can't open this business bank account until I get this IRS document." And the truth is, I had forgotten what happened to her documentation because it's been some time, and I talked to a lot of clients. And so I had to start to do some research and realize it was my mistake because I never downloaded her EIN certificate the first time. So what I did was I said to her, you know what? I apologize to you for jamming you up. It was my responsibility. I never downloaded your EIN certificate, and I did not, and my hard drives went bad. Not your problem, not your responsibility, not an excuse. That's what happened. That's why I don't have a copy of those documents and why I didn't remember the conversation in totality. But here's the deal. I'm going to do whatever I can in my power to get those documents for you. So what I did was we got on the phone together, and we have been on the phone with the IRS, trying to get through to the IRS since Tuesday of last week. If anybody's dealt with the IRS, you know, in pandemic, their response times and their call wait times can be incredible and exorbitant. But we were able to get through today. So we've been working on it since Tuesday of last week. We were able to get through today. The IRS is going to provide her with a copy of that EIN certificate. She's going to be able to go into the bank and open the business bank account. And she said to me at the end of our call today, Kevin, I want to thank you. I've dealt with a lot of businesses, black and otherwise, and a lot of times the company won't take responsibility for their actions. She said, you not only apologized for making the mistake, you not only took responsibility for making the mistake, but then you worked as hard as you possibly could to rectify the mistake. You said, you know what? You were always available when I called. You said, if we set up an appointment and we're going to call the IRS, you were always available for that call. You worked with me. You stayed on the phone with me until we got what I needed. I'm going to get this business bank account open, and I would gladly refer you to someone just because you have been a man of your word and conviction. I have tried to I've actually woven a high level of integrity in this company. And I stand on that because I know that when you do that, it's going to yield great results. Now, I didn't put this post up so that you could hear the win. I really put the post up so you could hear we don't always get it right. We get it right a lot of the times, and we're good at what we do. But sometimes humans make mistakes. I make mistakes, and I made a mistake. It caused this lady it caused her to be jammed up a little bit, but we got through it. The deal is, when you make a mistake, if you apologize sincerely, if you admit that you made the mistake, and you work to rectify the mistake, you can get a win out of what may seem to be a loss. So I just want to encourage any entrepreneur out there who's looking at other businesses and saying, these businesses all got it, they all have it together, and I'm making some mistakes, so I'm messing up. Don't believe they all have it together. They're just posting the highlights. I'm letting you know that we don't always have it together. We work hard, though, to make sure we keep it together as much as possible. So be encouraged. Don't give up. Keep going forward. I'm talking to somebody out there who needed this message today, and every once in a while I'll come drop these gems and jewels to let you guys know we are a business made up of humans. And if you are a business made up of humans like ours, mistakes are going to get made, but we can fix them. Stay tuned until next time.